So, have you ever found it difficult to communicate with the others? Have you ever met people in your life who adamantly refused to communicate? Have you ever felt sad and out of sorts because of that? These are the symptoms of a social disorder. In other words, social phobia. We already know that if we could embrace those who suffer, if we could encourage them, this world would be a much better place. But first, we must get past the stigma attached to them and remove all the obstacles that words such as disorder and phobia present to society. Once, I was a child who felt completely isolated. Just 1 year ago, I had penned myself in. I refused to communicate. I refused to make friends. I refused to join any form of group activity. I used to have 4 economics lessons a week, but I could speak no more than half a sentence. I knew I would suffer the consequences of this. I understood how would it impact my social health and development, but I could do nothing. Fear and anxiety gripped my heart, swallowed me up. If my life had continued in this way, it would, without doubt, have ended in tragedy. Even a gesture or glance would make me feel doomed. But it went, picked up, and changed direction. Thankfully, I was rescued from the windless land. By opening my eyes and trying to break out the pen I had built for myself, I gradually realized that this world can actually be a warm and empathetic place. I started to notice people encouraging me, and I steadily began to develop friendship and mutual understandings with the newfound friends. My teachers either understood my symptoms and my feelings, and they tried to reduce the anxiety and fear in my heart. My eventual friends, even they are still strangers to me, also tried to connect with me. Although I feel uncomfortable at first, gradually, with their help, I managed to subdue my anxiety. I began to change my mind about having friends and social interactions. I began to accept others into my life. Over 20% of people in this world are highly sensitive, susceptible to anxiety, always overthinking. But if you just look at your surroundings, take it all in, you might find that this minority are overlooked. Because survivorship bias will always direct your attention to the 80% who are not. You cannot find them on the streets. You cannot talk to them. They are in a hidden place, meticulously avoiding stigma attached to them. They have a disorder. They have a phobia. They would do well to stay hidden and managed by themselves. I thought my symptoms would never change, but went changed direction. My teachers and friends either knew or cared nothing of these terms. And there was a person who I will never forget. Her name is Olivia. She was the first person who opened my heart and tried to connect with me. Successfully, we built up our friendship. And the turning point was actually a small accident. One day, I was crying miserably. As usual, I tried to put myself in, rebuild the walls around me, but she would not allow it. She persisted and spent the whole economic lesson with me, helping me to calm down, comforting me. When she gave the tissues to me, I suddenly realized the warmth. I suddenly processed how she was helping me. Through the simplest, yet the most sought after human attributes, kindness. Through a single person, I realized that this world is not all malevolent. and I began to change my mind. I began to become a more outgoing person. This world was increasingly comfortable and kind. I joined the debate club. I joined the student council. I became the coordinator of the Japanese club. Once I asked myself what type of person I want to be. Without doubt, I answered, to be brave, to help others who are suffering in this world. This is why you can see I'm more confident in me today. I am Collie, and I am no longer isolated and pinned in. So, if you find anybody who is isolated in your life, don't discriminate against them. Don't stigmatize them according to their etymology of mental illness. Embrace them instead. And if you are suffering from any form of social obstacles, for since LDR, for that is since hindering your progress, don't be too hard on yourself. Please believe in this world. Believe in everybody in your life. Trust them and open your heart to them. Sometimes I might still find it difficult to express my emotions. Sometimes I might still find it difficult to build up deep friendship with the others. Sometimes I might still find it difficult to do my best. But I know now these obstacles they can be life-changing, are actually transferable, removable, non-static. And I know the wind will pick it up again and change direction eventually. Like Japanese writer Murakami Haruki writes in his first novel, Hear the Wind Sing. The wind has its reasons. We just don't notice as we go for our lives. But then, at some point, we are made to notice. The wind envelops you with a certain purpose in mind, and it rocks you. The wind knows everything that's inside you. In a breaking morning, when sprawled of rebirth finally broke the rocks, I had another economics lessons. And that day, the class was in silence. And I suddenly began to talk without any forecast. 话说回来, by the way, all of my classmates were laughing, and my economic teachers was amused by me. She asked, by the way, what is the way, by the way? I smiled, the wonderful way, the wondrous way, my own way. Thank you.